The personal health coach. It used to be this luxury item, something for like Hollywood execs or top athletes. But today, well, that kind of high-touch, customized guidance is actually available to pretty much anyone with a smartphone. And it's being powered entirely by AI. We are seeing a really fundamental shift in personal wellness. It's driven by these sophisticated digital companions. They offer 24/7 availability and insights driven by data that, frankly, traditional coaching just can't match. And this isn't just some tech trend. It's a huge economic force. We're talking global investments over $7 billion just in the last year. Okay, let's unpack this revolution in personalized health.
Yeah, and what's fascinating here is just how quickly we've moved. We went from simple tracking, logging a workout, counting steps, to really sophisticated interpretation. Now we're looking at systems that don't just record what you did. They interpret your sleep patterns, predict your stress levels, adapt recommendations based on your unique, evolving physiology. It's a complete reimagining of the wellness journey for you.
Right, that deep dive into interpretation. That's the core capability, making this current generation of AI coaches so revolutionary. Real personalization. It goes way beyond those kind of stale population averages. For years, the advice was just so generic, like, okay, everyone, drink 8 glasses of water a day. That sort of thing.
Exactly. Blanket advice.
But the analysis we're seeing now points to a totally different reality.
Yeah.
An advanced AI coach. It doesn't give that generic hydration advice. It might notice, say, you consistently struggle falling asleep after evening workouts. And it suggests shifting your high-intensity exercise to the mornings, maybe adjusting your hydration timing, all based on your unique biomarkers and even environmental factors.
That level of detail.
Yeah, this customization was just entirely unreachable for the average person before.
Precisely. We're talking about moving past generic advice to building a custom data fingerprint for every single user. And the latest systems, they do this through continuous machine learning from your interactions. They integrate multiple data streams, wearables, smart scales, maybe even medical records where it's appropriate, of course. And they use proven behavioral psychology techniques to actually help you stick with it, improve adherence. The structural advantage AI gives us here is overcoming human limits. A human coach, well, they're limited to scheduled check-ins, right? Maybe once or twice a week. An AI coach can provide these micro-interventions exactly when you need them. So let's say your wearable detects elevated stress. Maybe your heart rate variability changes while you're just checking email.
Wait, if you don't mind, could you maybe quickly clarify heart rate variability for our listener? What exactly is that?
Oh, sure. Good point. Heart rate variability, or HRV. It's basically just the measure of the variation in time between your heartbeats. High variability is generally a good sign, shows good health, resilience. A sudden drop, that can indicate stress, maybe sickness coming on, or overtraining.
Got it. So the AI picks up on those subtle shifts.
Exactly. So if the AI detects that tiny shift in HRV, maybe combined with a quick spike in your heart rate, boom. The coach sends a breathing exercise or maybe a quick meditation reminder immediately. That contextual awareness, what we call the just-in-time adaptive intervention, it's critical for breaking bad habits and actually reinforcing change.
And their ability to integrate all that data is just...
Well, it's way beyond what a human can do. No human coach could reasonably process all these different streams simultaneously. We saw this amazing example in the material, an AI system figuring out that your afternoon fatigue, it correlates not just with maybe a bad night's sleep, but also with your indoor air quality, your hydration levels, and your meeting schedule, all at once. Right, the AI connects those, seemingly disparate data points seamlessly to find the root cause, not just put a Band-Aid on the symptom. It's pretty powerful stuff.
Okay, so that's the power it has today. But where is this technology heading? Let's look, say, out to 2025. If hyper-personalization is becoming table stakes, the next big frontier really seems to be bridging that humanity gap. Critics often argue, that without genuine human empathy, these systems might fail when a user hits a major setback, like a divorce, a serious illness, something really tough. How are analysts predicting AI will tackle this empathy gap? Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, that's actually where the first predicted major advancement is focused, advanced emotional intelligence. By 2025, the idea is that AI coaches will analyze voice tone variations, maybe micro-expressions if you're using a camera, even typing patterns, believe it or not, to detect frustration or discouragement or maybe excitement and determination.
And then adapt its approach based on that.
Exactly. It adjusts the coaching style. Do you need encouragement right now or maybe more of a challenge? The AI aims to figure that out.
So while true empathy is still, uniquely human, the systems are aiming to create a very convincing simulation of it, meeting the user's psychological needs, even if the coach itself is just algorithms.
Precisely. Simulation, but effective simulation. Okay, so stepping away from the emotional side for a moment, the next major capability analysts point to is less about feeling, more about forecasting. It's predictive health crisis prevention.
Ah, this is that critical shift, right? Moving from just reacting and tracking to actually predicting problems before they happen.
Right.
Like building an internal early warning network for your body.
Yes, exactly. By constantly analyzing these subtle multi-parameter changes like that tiny shift in HRV we talked about, combined maybe with a slight dip in sleep quality, these systems could potentially identify warning signs for impending illness or maybe injury risk days or even weeks before you actually feel symptoms.
Wow. For people managing chronic conditions, that kind of proactive approach could be revolutionary, preventing flare-ups or emergencies.
It really could. Okay, third point, smart home integration.
Right. Shifting from prediction, the industry seems to be betting heavily on embedding the coach right into your environment.
Yeah, this is all about passive support, making the healthy choice the easy choice, almost invisible. We'll likely see connected refrigerators suggesting optimized grocery lists based on your current nutritional needs, all coordinated by your coach. Or smart lighting systems that automatically adjust based on coaching recommendations to support your circadian rhythm.
So your whole environment becomes this kind of a subtle, frictionless guide towards healthier choices.
Interesting. Then fourth, beyond the home, there's deeper medical knowledge.
Okay, this feels like a big one. Right now, consumer coaches are usually pretty careful, right? They avoid making specific medical claims to stay within wellness guidelines.
They have to be.
Yeah.
But the prediction is that future systems will incorporate much deeper clinical knowledge bases and potentially integrate genomic data, obviously, with strict regulatory clearance and user consent. That's crucial.
So bridging that gap between general wellness advice and actual clinical insights.
Exactly. Allowing for personalization based not just on your current habits, but maybe on your genetic predispositions too. This really transforms the AI coach from just an activity tracker into something much more sophisticated, a primary health management platform that could complement professional healthcare.
Okay, and the fifth development ties it all together.
Yes. Number 5 is seamless multi-device experiences. Because that kind of pervasive integration means the coach won't just live in one app on your phone.
It will be everywhere.
Pretty much. Omnipresent across wearables, maybe in your car, smart displays at home. Voice interfaces will likely become the main way you interact, and the guidance will adapt to your context. It'll offer different advice when you're commuting versus, say, when you're actually at the gym.
Making it much more fluid, less friction.
Right. Eliminating the friction that often limits how much people engage with these tools today.
Okay, that future sounds incredibly efficient, almost seamless. But we have to acknowledge the flip side. This deep data integration, this continuous monitoring, it definitely comes with significant hurdles. The first challenge, and it's a big one, maybe the most sensitive, is privacy and security. Health data is extremely sensitive. How are these companies planning to protect that hyper-personalized data fingerprint we were talking about?
Yeah, this is probably the biggest non-technical hurdle they face. Health data needs Fort Knox level security. The main solutions being developed and deployed now include end-to-end encryption, obviously. Also, local data processing, trying to keep as much raw data off the cloud and on your device as possible. And a really critical technology called federated learning.
Federated learning.
Okay, break that down simply. What is that exactly? Sure. So federated learning, it basically allows the AI models themselves, the algorithms, to collectively improve, meaning the system gets smarter for everyone using it, but without your individual raw health data ever leaving your device.
Oh, okay. So your specific data stays local, stays private.
Right. But the insights learned from your data in an anonymized way contribute back to making the overall model better. It's a key way to try and balance that personalization with privacy.
Makes sense.
But beyond privacy, there are other challenges too. We have complex regulatory hurdles. There's this constant tension, between offering general wellness guidance, which is fine, and needing actual FDA clearance or similar approval elsewhere if the system starts making specific medical advice claims.
Crossing that line into diagnostics or treatment recommendations.
Exactly. So clinical validation studies are becoming absolutely crucial. To build credibility, satisfy regulators, it's essential for the long term. And we can't forget algorithmic bias. This is a serious risk. if the data used to train these AI models isn't diverse enough, if it mostly reflects one demographic buy, then the recommendations optimized for that group could inadvertently harm or just flat out ignore the needs of others. Regular bias audits and diverse data sets are key solutions there.
Okay, let's shift focus a bit to the marketplace itself. We're seeing major players jump in. You hear rumors about Apple's Quartz initiative building on their huge health data ecosystem from the Apple Watch. And then you have companies like Samsung pushing more of an open ecosystem approach using advanced metrics like bioelectrical impedance analysis for body composition on their watches.
Competition is definitely heating up.
But the real tangible benefit for you, the listener, right now and going forward, it's really in accessibility and cost. AI is genuinely democratizing access. Think about underserved populations, maybe people in rural communities, or those without good insurance. They can now get sophisticated guidance that was previously just reserved for the wealthy.
That's a huge potential positive.
And the cost advantage is undeniable. We're looking at subscriptions often running, maybe $15 to $50 a month. Compare that to a human coach, which can easily be $100, $200, even $300 per session.
It's a massive difference, and that lower cost means users can actually stick with the guidance long term. It allows for gradual, sustainable change, which is often more effective. Plus, there's research showing that the non-judgmental aspect of AI accountability actually improves adherence for some people.
How so?
Well, the system notices if you miss a workout, sure, but it encourages you to get back on track without any hint of disappointment or judgment, or maybe that embarrassment you might feel telling a human coach you slipped up.
Ah, interesting, that consistent neutral reinforcement.
Exactly. That consistency is something humans, frankly, just can't replicate 24/7. But, and this is really important, there's a crucial safety note that all the experts we reviewed stressed. AI coaches should never be the sole tool for managing high-risk conditions.
Okay, this is critical. What kind of conditions are we talking about?
We're talking about things like severe mental health issues, suicidal ideation, clinical depression, also unstable heart conditions, uncontrolled diabetes, especially with complications, or active eating disorders.
So serious medical situations require professional human oversight.
Absolutely. The consensus is crystal clear on this. The best approach is collaborative care. AI tools can be fantastic support. They can extend professional medical guidance by tracking symptoms constantly, reinforcing treatment plans between visits, but they must enhance, not replace, human supervision for any serious health condition. That's non-negotiable. #outro.
So what does this all mean when we pull it all together? It really means the future of wellness looks like it's going to be AI enhanced, not AI replaced. That seems to be the key takeaway. We're rapidly moving toward these powerful hybrid models, leveraging the amazing efficiency of data science, but grounded in the necessity of professional human oversight when needed. Ultimately, your wellness journey is about to become profoundly individualized.
Yeah, and perhaps here's a final thought for you to consider, something to mull over. If these AI coaches become so deeply integrated into our lives, into our smart homes, adjusting our lighting, subtly optimizing our sleep environment, recommending groceries based on this continuous passive health monitoring, we gain incredible efficiency, no doubt, convenience. But it does raise an interesting question, doesn't it? In a world of continuous, almost passive health optimization, how much conscious effort, how much personal willpower will we still need to apply? How do we maintain our sense of agency over our own health decisions when the environment is constantly nudging us? That's definitely something to think about.